Country needs leadership with integrity. The country needs leadership that the people can have trust and confidence in. We have not put any ban or gag order on any of our MPs or senators.
Damn! Yeah. Go on, mute, go on. Ease yourself, just keep it calm, mute your star. Only per pressure, I'm a corner. One time it hard to carry on. You no need no girl for turn to, no man for talk to. Feelings hurt on the journey so far.
Wagwan Success family, this is how a popular football player, Rafiek, was shot dead and another man injured when gunmen invade a home in Water Street in Denham Town, West Kingston earlier today. Rafiek is a former Boys Town player and he was killed in his bed. The injured man was shot in his cheek, right palm and elbow and has been hospitalized in stable condition, they said. Now the incident happened around 4:40 this morning when gunmen entered the house and opened fire. And many people might know Rafiek. You know, Rafiek was known for scoring the winning goal for Boys Town last season Championship League in the final. So right now, police is still trying to determine the motive behind the attack. You know what I mean? So just want to say RIP to the charge and condolences to his family. Now, Success family, tell everyone you hear it here. Before we touch on Paula Llewellyn case, this is a quick message, extremely important for you to hear, because I was thinking to myself, and this is what came to mind. Look how stupid Holness government is. It's absolutely senseless for Holness and his JLP government to criticize Mark Golding for his dual citizenship, given that Jamaican constitution allows Commonwealth citizens to serve as members of parliament. Okay, we already know that. I've done many videos about this. Now, the irony in this situation is that Jamaica is not fully independent. It has the Governor General reporting to the King and utilizing the Privy Council for legal matters, and the Privy Council is the final court. Now, Prime Minister Holness himself is on the King's Council. Again, I spoke about these things already. So basically, criticizing Mark Golding for alleged split loyalty is confusing when Jamaica governance and legal system are still closely tied to the UK with the King as the head of state. It all goes to show how manipulating they are to take this contradictory stance, because they criticize Mark Golding ties to the UK while simultaneously operating within a framework that is overseen by the British monarchy itself. If that is not me cracking the entire citizenship saga, then I do not know what is. You see me? That is it. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and make sure to subscribe to get all our latest videos. Now, Holness wants to expedite DPP Paula Llewellyn appeal process for the DPP to come back in the office of the DPP. A case management conference will be held today at the Court of Appeal to schedule an expedited hearing on the appeal against the Constitutional Court's ruling regarding the second tenure of, DPP Paula Llewellyn extension. So the appeal is expected to start next month, just like Vybz Kartel June 10 retrial hearing. I also want to mention that I will talk about Mark Golding saying he will not sell out Jamaica. So the Constitutional Court previously ruled that an amendment to raise the retirement age for the DPP and Auditor General from 60 to 65 was valid, so that was good. But the provision or the clause allowing Paula Llewellyn to choose to remain in her position was null and void. So the DPP was retired in 2020 but received extension until 2023. Okay, we knew that. Until this year where they say, okay then, step aside now. We need to look at what this will mean for the current DPP, Claudette Thompson, currently the acting DPP for 6 months. Why Holness JLP failed to learn? Y'all gotta learn, just like what Popcorn would say, right? Because Mark Golding used this situation to beat them and beat them bad. And on a serious note, I wonder what DPP Claudette Thompson might be thinking to herself right now, knowing she's young and fresh and ready to serve the office of the DPP and the Justice Department, while Paula Llewellyn has the government eating out of her hand middle to make sure she comes back and take back her position. Knowing Paula Llewellyn has long past her retirement, it seems a bit unfair if you really think about it. If DPP Paula Llewellyn is successful and she returns within the 6 months period that DPP Claudette Thompson is currently serving, it will definitely lead to a reshuffling within the DPP office and could actually disrupt ongoing cases, because every leader has their own way of doing things and going about things, right? So this expedited appeal process that Andrew Holness JLP is hoping to achieve, it will cause problem within the DPP office, of course, but it really does not mean that they will resolve things within that 6 month time frame, because we know how the court system or the justice system really like to drag out things, even though Andrew Holness JLP is trying to push for an expedited process. Now, one thing I want to happen, and this is what I want to happen, is that Vybz Kartel June 10 hearing comes, them do the 5-day hearing thing, and then Vybz Kartel get released. Fine, DPP and JLP can figure out them thing after that. We don't want her on the Vybz Kartel case. She still a go there in the justice system if she actually come back. So she still a go do, you know, play our unfair game and all these other things. So it still hurt Ghetto Youths and other people case where she already did mash up from longer time. Now, Mark Golding has previously used the judicial decision from the Constitutional Court to criticize Andrew Holness JLP government, and it worked because many people was already against DPP Paula Llewellyn for the Vybz Kartel case and for many other cases, as I said, you know, when she play our unfair games. You know what I've seen? I've seen people who do not listen to Vybz Kartel music or like Vybz Kartel. I mean, I talk about all the people, because I have a lot of older people here on YouTube and on TikTok, and them say them no support Vybz Kartel or even listen to Vybz Kartel or whatever the case is, but fear is fear. So them can actually look at the situation and say, okay, then from my point of view, the evidence and everything that is before me and everything, all the information that I'm being fed, you know what I mean, and I am actually informed because these are credible sources and these are facts, and this is how it played out. Fear is fear, and she's really corrupt. And let's not forget, election is just around the corner, and Mark Golding will be using this situation to attack Andrew Holness government again and gain more political support. So PNP will be watching the JLP handling of this situation once again, and any misstep could be leveraged by Mark Golding to embarrass Andrew Holness JLP and strengthen the PNP political standing. Mark Golding has vowed not to betray the people of Jamaica if PNP comes to power. Mark Golding said, I will not sell you out. We not sell out Jamaica, none at all. In my humble opinion, I believe him from what I've seen so far with the work he has done and how he has managed to put forth better plans for the country than JLP. And JLP has been in power for 8 years now, and Marky British was speaking at a PNP divisional conference in Gale St. Mary. Marky G said Andrew Holness JLP is distracting the public from pressing issues to undermine the PNP rise. Well said, because this is exactly what I've said in a couple of my videos when I look at the situation, knowing how well Mark Golding has done to address critical issues, expose JLP shortcoming. And this shouldn't be a surprise to JLP, because when a football player go on the field and then play the game, even if you win the game, you can know that you actually didn't perform up to your standard, right? So basically JLP should know that if they want to perform for Jamaican people and they're actually not performing, they themselves can admit to themselves, but then of course they're not going to admit to Jamaican public and say, okay, we fail you. They will never do that, because that would mean the next party are going to come into power, right? So regardless if them feel or not, they will not admit it. They will just try to make up for it, you see me? But we not accept that. We want a new government. Really and truly, frankly speaking, I'm not really picking any side, because when we look at the situation and we look at Andrew Holness JLP and Mark Golding PNP and what exactly the leaders are saying and what exactly the leaders are doing, right, and how them handle the situation, we can look at Mark Golding and said, okay, then Marky British, I do this. Andrew Holness is not doing this, or Andrew Holness is doing this, and I'm see Mark Golding are the one where I go come for really change the country, because him have more passion. And Andrew Holness has been there for 8 years. Where the passion we have, when really do, you know what I mean? So Mark Golding is coming with passion and drive and transparency and integrity and accountability and holding government and parliament officials accountable for them actions. So we love to see this, and this is what we need. This is what we want, and this is what he has been preaching. You see me? So up to the time when time come. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the subscribe, thanks for the views, thanks for the comments. As always, I'm out.